in use. Very good. This is K4PEW. Get my call right here. Net control for the Mount Juliet Simplex radio net. Is there any emergency or priority traffic? There never has been. 556 nets and not one emergency or priority traffic. I'm so disappointed. No, I really don't want anybody to be hurt. If you do have an emergency traffic for some reason, please call 911 and then you can talk to us in the meantime, even if you have to do it out on the front lawn. You can break for any time for that. And for information on this net, you can see us on Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey, K4PEW in the search block. Don't need to look for anything else. Or you can look at 146,415.net, 146,415.net. Mysteriously like our frequency. And you can also see us, and if you want to. You don't have to be a ham, but if you're interested, just listen to us ramble on with our notes. Or you can write me at K4PEW with more information. We normally meet at 8 p.m. every Wednesday and Saturday night, as we've been doing for 5 years. We have a good time. The purpose of the net is to have fun. Have a good time. Learn more about what we do and compare your operations with other people's, which helps us all get better. Anybody wants to use the net for announcements. In this case, I'll give you the big announcements I have for today. Today is net number 556. We're in the process. The Wilson Club's in the process of a field day over at the Boy Scout reservation at Boxwell, which is north of Lebanon, a couple of miles. If you're interested in that, you can always get on the air on this frequency if you're interested and want to show up tomorrow or even tonight if you got a sleeping bag. You can ask about it because I know some of those guys will be on the air tonight with us. There's also tonight we're doing the 2-meter upper sideband on 144.240. That's upper sideband 144.240 after we do the buy-sell swap and swindle net, which is right after the 2-meter net. The breakfast, well, I'll just go on with those other announcements first. The Simplex net, and then we had, Tuesday is there's a net on the W4 EAO repeaters, or you can do them both. Saturdays of every month. No wonder nobody Tuesdays. Saturdays of every month, and we had, I think, 15 today. I believe it was 15. And actually, I tried to count them, but some people coming and going. But I think there last week there was 23 or 24 at Boxwell, so there were several people who did not show up. But it's really, some of us were there till about 11:30 this morning, so it's from 8 to, we had a good time. Does anybody have any questions or Phil?
KB9RKK.
What do you want, Frank?
Hey, good evening, Paul. WC4AR station with my little radio. Real quick, the Weeba guys want to see if that, how all the other people on the net can hear them. So perhaps we can ask them after they check in, or if you want, they'd like to get some comments on it. KB9RKK.
Are you using the station of radio there that everyone else will be using?
Negative. I'm on my own station. They're separate. They got their own equipment.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure how to do that because it might take some time if there's many people on the net, but we can find out who can hear you. I mean, briefly with each person. We also got Russell out there, K4QPR. Do I have that right, Russell? Do I get the call right? Well, he's not answering, but I know he's out there. Russell just put up his new antenna up about 30 feet up in the air down in Laverne, and he's anxious to hear him or can't hear him, so we'll want to go through some of that too. And then there's one fellow I met with breakfast this morning, and he 700 antennas. He's got double the debt that I do, and they put 2 of them in phase up somewhere on his property, and and then he was talking about putting an amplifier on it. I don't know why. But anyway, we're gonna have people checking winter field day, so we can work on that too. But anyway, tonight we're starting with the South. So Let's go through that, and we'll just do a query on after the guys over there at the well, let's see. How many people are there with radios, Frank?
There's about 7 of us, but really they just want to test their radio because we're using a J-pole, really low ground plane style, and they just wanted to, perhaps. I think KK4W's operating over there. If he could check in, then maybe people can let you know if they heard him. That way he'll.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. If we can do it right at the front end, it might be the best way to do it, and then find out who's on the air, who can hear.
Go for it. W4EAO, if you guys are there, check in.
Okay, thanks. Boxwell Reservation. We're here for Winter Field Day. You're right. If listeners could just kind of take note as I'm talking now, and if they can hear me when they check in with you, Paul, they could just give a quick, yeah, I heard him out there. That's all we really need to know. Run through the whole group one by one. But anyway, Paul, appreciate you announcing our event out here and keeping everybody posted on it. So from that, back to you.
Yeah, very good. You're S9 here at the
negative. This is the only station right now that's assigned to Simplex right now. So we're using a tower, and it's about 40.
Pretty good considering how low you are close to the river there. There's some fluorescence or LED lights handy there?
Yeah, there are definitely fluorescents. We will, Richard, you go ahead and shut those off, the fluorescents, just real quick. I'm going to check and see on the wall. Is that gone now, or are we still buzzing?
No, it's just got a slight buzz, but it's not really annoying. I mean, it's just slightly annoying, but it's.
And it's not his radio, by the way. It is the room he's in.
Yeah, I heard that. He sounds like he's in the echo chamber.
Again, if anybody out there hears us, just give a quick reply back to Paul and let him know if you could hear us. Appreciate it very much, Paul, and the clear from Winter Field Day. This is Whiskey 4 Echo Alpha Oscar.
Yeah, very good. That was Bill. I'm sure that most of you could hear Boxwell Scout Reservation north of Lebanon doing Winter Field Day, and he just wanted some confirmation as you come on the air to tell me if you could hear. If you'll stay on frequency, and if I call out for you, I just somebody comes in a little later. All righty, who else? Well, we're starting from the south tonight again. Rendition number 556 of whatever it is, 25th of January, 2020. Never thought I'd live to see 2020, but here I sit. All right, who else from south? Please come in.
Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor 3 Yankee.
Hold on, Bill. I had Larry in. It's a perfect double, but I know who was there, unless there's a third party there. But Larry, you doing all right?
Yeah, we're doing good. And I don't hear Boxwell, so.
Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor. Bill, I think
Doing fine. I could hear Russell just as great as could be down here a while ago.
Oh, I'm sure you could hear Russell. He's got a good. Were you able to hear the Boxwell station at all?
Don't think so.
I think you would have noticed. He's got a good signal to me, but he's close to the, which puts them about 400 and maybe up at that point. I'll have to look. But anyway, I'm not surprised. You doing all right though, Bill?
Oh yeah, I'm doing okay, and I hope everybody. I'll turn on back to you, and you can get on a beat with the rest of them and have a good time too.
Very good. Kilo Mike 4 November Yankee, and he is in Murfreesboro. Who else is south?
KE4TYJ.
Jim, yeah, we missed you. We had if everybody showed up at the breakfast, we'd have to fill up the restaurant, you know.
Oh, I know. I was breakfast morning, and I already had my day planned out, so I took care of that.
So you get all your appurtenances put on.
Hard part, disassembly and installing the wiring all back together and make sure it works before I put it all back together. and yeah, that's taken care of. Took a lot longer. Oh yeah, when they show the video, it's like, wow, it's only a 5. They don't tell you that the acorn nut's already been taken off, the taillight assembly's already out, and they've already ran the wire through to the taillight from the wiring harness. So yeah, that's already been done when they shot the video.
Yeah, well, maybe. No, but you'd still do the job anyway.
Oh yeah, and you know, I looked real hard for another time, so you know, I'm all out, so we're safe.
Oh, I got some you can probably use.
Well, okay, I wasn't allowed to swear.
Ah, okay. I'll send you my list. Anyway, were you able to hear Boxwell at all?
No, I didn't. My antenna was pointing more in Murfreesboro. But when they start checking in, I'll swing the antenna and I'll hang out after the net. But I don't really hear them. I will give it a try.
All right, sounds good. Like I said, he's kind of low, even though they've got a 30 or 40-foot little tower, portable tower. But anyway, that was Jim. Kilo Echo 4 Tango, Yankee Juliet. Great signal is always on his beam, pointed Woodbury. Who else? From the mountains at Woodbury. Who else? South? South of 40, please come in.
K4 QPR.
Hey, Russell, how are you? Well, you're pretty much copying everybody there.
I'm doing all right, but I didn't hit Boxwell.
Yeah, I'm afraid that's going to happen because where you are is a little rough to really low comparatively. I mean, and you're not particularly high. I'm trying to remember your elevation, but it's good to me. In fact, it's great to them. It might be rough them getting out because, like I said, they were just S9 to me from Boxwell, and you're another 50 and more terrain in between them and you.
Roger.
But we'll move on and see how we're doing. But everything else seems later about some other stations you can hear. So I will catch you in a QPR, and he is in. I put down PQR. And he's in Laverne. Russ, your signal really is a dramatic difference to me. Who else south? Please come in.
It'd be a full reviet.
Hello.
Yeah, it was a large group today too, so everybody had a good time and shared a lot of information. And yes, I can hear Boxwell. They're full. Everybody's full strength here, kind of like your height at your location.
Yeah, absolutely. After you left, me and several other guys, we stayed there till 12. We were there almost all morning.
Man, y'all should have stayed for lunch.
Hey, listen, that breakfast, the buzz, if you tell me you had the buffet. Next time I'm just getting an omelet. That only costs like $7.
There you go. Or just tell them you want a glass.
Yeah, I'll bring my own dirty cup.
All right. Well, they're having a good time at Boxville. And thanks for doing that, W4EBX.
Yeah, very good, Eddie. That was Bravo X-ray. He is in Gladeville. Always a good signal. Of course, he's got a nice tower over there and a good elevation underneath that. The tower on real well. And he does hear Boxwell very well. Who else we got south? Anybody? Anybody else? Hey, James, good to see you this morning.
Thank you. Frank real well a while ago.
Oh, you did hear Frank pretty well. Yeah, I expected. Yeah, I guess you would. You've got a good receive from a. Did you hear Bill at all? Because he was on a different antenna.
I don't remember who I heard.
Bill, are you still there?
Yeah, go ahead there.
Verifying. Did you hear that transmission there, Jim?
Yeah, it was a little staticky, but it was pretty good.
Okay, good. That's a yes from antenna in Mount Juliet to James, Whiskey Alpha 4 Zulu Hotel India. So that one's good. But almost nobody south. So, Bill, let's move on over. Who else east? Please come in.
KB4SFM.
I take it you're home better?
Yes, I am home. I'm not getting out.
Yes, I'm feeling better, but didn't make it to something about sitting out in the cold, talking on the radio didn't appeal to me. Plus, I got a bad cold anyway.
Yeah, well, it was cold. It's a double whammy.
Oh, wow. Listen, I've got a good copy on everybody so far. So there's carry on.
Ah, very good. I would have expected you to hear that in Martha. That was Tom, Kilo Bravo 4 Sierra Foxtrot November, Tennessee. And he's got good copy on the Boxwell station. Who else east?
Contacted. I've got Paul. I can let him out.
You got it. You said you had an announcement time?
Yeah, VE testing's this Sunday. Up at
Those at like military time, and it's at room 122 of Cumberland University. VE testing. How much money they got to bring with them? $500 or so?
6. No, I don't remember. I believe it's $15. But bring plenty of money. Your copy of your license if you're okay, and permit or something like that.
Yep, an official license of some kind. Put it that way. And plus, if you have a license, bring your existing ham license with you. And it's not sure about it because he doesn't handle the money. But if you bring a $20 bill, I'm sure that'll cover it because it's usually somewhere between 12 and 14 or 15 bucks. Good to hear from you, Tom. Anybody have any questions about that licensing on Sunday? That's this Sunday. This coming Sunday, I should. All right. Anybody else east? Please come in.
KE14.
Were you able to hear that Boxwell station, Wes?
Yes, I was. He was about as strong as you are, but I can hear you.
Ah, very good. He's on that side of the Berlin Wall we got up here around 109.
Down here in the east of Wilson County, KE4TWI.
Yeah, it was good to see you this morning, Wes. It was West Kilo Echo 4 Tango from near Watertown. Who else? And yes, you could hear. I know you can hear Bob.
Yeah, I get it really good.
I'll bet you can. Yeah, they're what are they, all of 6 miles from you or something?
Maybe a little bit farther. I'd have to look at it on the map.
Yeah, I think it is a little farther because I was charting it out this morning. It's like 18 minutes away. I forget the mileage. I want to say it was 12. And of course, it doesn't go to Lebanon first. You're just going that Route 70 to over to 109, I believe. Yeah, it was 109. But everything else going best I can do. By the way, is your neck finally?
I have good days, bad days still, but for the most part, it's pretty much.
Yeah, no, that's the same way I was with my my busted. What do you call it there? What the heck is called that thing? Whatever that's called, and that still gives me troubles on and off. Depends on what I'm doing, and it's not fun, but that's what I got. Echo, and he's just a little bit north of downtown Lebanon. You, Earl, did you hear the station over there in Boxwell?
Fried bacon.
Okay, good. You couldn't smell nothing, could you?
No, sure didn't. That'd probably make my mouth water if I did that.
Yeah, it's a good thing those smell like bacon and sausage. We'd be in trouble. So anyway, how many? And normally on what you have right now, before you get that, how many stations can you hear? Do you know? Do you remember?
Well, there's probably anywhere between 3 to 5 that I can't hear. Most everyone I hear. Now, whether they can hear me or not, that's a story for a different day, I guess.
I mean, like I said, you're in a tough spot there until you get that antenna higher up in the air, coming this way across that kind of ridge and the conditions. But you're good. But anyway, good to have you in there. That's Earl Kilo Echo 4 Delta Echo Zulu, east of the Cedars of Lebanon, doing a decent job for his location and elevation. That's for sure. Who else east? Up to the north, then north of Mount Juliet. Anybody north, please come in. This is a second or third last chance. North of Mount Juliet. Over to the west end, west of Mount Juliet.
Kilo 4, Alpha.
Kilo 4 Alpha Lima. How are you doing tonight?
Well, unlike Tom, I've been better. Weather, but thought I'd get in here and check in. Robin reminded me of the net, so it's my first time. One of the nets here, so glad to be on.
Yeah, you go by Michael, right? Or Mike? Which do you go by?
It's one of those southern things. I go by my middle name, Alan, Alpha Lima Lima Echo November, and in Hermitage.
Is your QRZ address different? I mean, obviously.
Well, I think this is more in the Hermitage area, but it's in Wilson County.
I got you. We got a couple of those, and they're south of me, but they live in Hermitage. Like Robin, he's actually Hermitage, but he's south.
Yeah, and then to make matters worse, I'm actually in the shack here remotely.
Alexandria. So that's why the Watertown thing on the QRZ.
Yeah, that's right. But the station is in Hermitage, so a little complicated. We're there at the Winter Field Day just fine in the Hermitage area.
And your receive antenna is where now?
Is in Hermitage, and I just remote to it from the house here near Alexandria.
Okay, no, I got it. If it's in Hermitage, that's good that you can hear them, though. What kind of antenna do you have in Hermitage?
Yeah, over there, it's up on and it's a multi-element Yagi. I think it's 11, horizontally polarized, but got a little able to counteract the cross polarization. Got plenty of room over here in Alexandria. I just have not. I got the tower laying on the ground. Just got to get it all together. That's all there is to it. Just got to find the time, I guess.
Yeah, sometimes it's what they call the medical diagnosis, lack of hustle.
Yeah, that's right. And I've been so delinquent on everything. I was talking to Tom earlier, and 9AB back in 1991. And I finally uploaded my long 58 people waiting for their confirmation. So better late.
Right now they're all talking to their buddies going, can you believe it took this long to get confirmation? Yeah, that's awesome. Well, very good, Alan. That's Alan. He is in the remoting to a shack and an antenna that's in Hermitage. So he's doing real good, though, because the antenna is about 50. Yes, he can hear the station from Boxwell. Well, good to have you in there, Alan. That was Kilo 4 Alpha Lima. And again, he's Alexandria, but is remoting to a station in Hermitage. Anyway, who else is next? East, please. Or where was I? West, please.
November 4 Tango Juliet Foxtrot.
Which antenna are you on there, Rick?
On the 700.
Okay. Must be good conditions tonight. It's Kilo November 4. Yeah, I had to make sure I knew what I was writing down here. Now you know the current plan for the Yagi?
Well, I was supposed to buy these top rails this week. Wait till next weekend. Michael got his rails, so we're going to be trying to get his up pretty soon.
Ah, man. Just tell him he's off the rails.
And I hate to keep putting it off, man, but life goes on and gets in the way sometimes. But I'm going to do it. I'll get.
Procrastinate. I wouldn't get anything done, Good. Have a good time. And I'm glad you and Rick, excuse me, came in a little late, but better late than never.
Yeah, that boy got to get that haircut like every other week, I think.
Yeah, it's like a movie star.
Yeah.
Very good. That's Rick. He's in Ashland City. Kilo November 4 Tango Juliet Foxtrot. Good signal. Were you able to hear that, box?
No.
I didn't suspect you would, being how far away you are. It's another. So you're about 30. Boy, it's I bet you a line of sight there between you and Boxwell. And like I said, he's kind of low on the terrain. Who else? West, please come in. Nice, strong. We're going to call that. We're now going to have signal strengths labeled as X700.
Oh, that works for me. And the Boxwell station was 10 over S9 into here.
Again, your east-west is better than mine going up in that latitude.
Yeah, I'm glad I got a good shot to you, Paul, so I could bend your ear every now and then.
Oh yeah, no, you're good. I'm just saying that you have a. Well, Kevin gets out good anyway, but I know that there's been other stations that I don't hear as well, and also just like down there to Earl, same kind of deal. It's just a different line of sight.
It must be able to hear tonight was Bill in Murfreesboro. Sometimes I can hear him, but I couldn't hear him tonight at all.
Aha. But it's just he's got a great signal here, but I really hear people could be on their HTs in Murfreesboro and I do.
Roger. So I'm gonna say back to that.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, I was just thinking about our commentary about the craziness we seem to have started. The different nets we do now, and then other people getting involved, and other people upgrading antennas. And I was Robin and I were talking about it, and I said it brings to mind that saying that Alexander Bell's buddy in the phone call over the wires was, "What hath God wrought?" was the first sentence spoke over a telephone.
The group and pulling everybody together, making it.
Yeah, they pulled together not because of me, but in spite of me.
That's exactly right.
Very good. Yeah, just don't get together a posse and get me fired or something. I don't know. Although I might like the break, actually. Be incarcerated for a while without a radio. Michael, and he's in Belshire. It's Kilo Mike 4. The heck is it? YRF. Can't even read my own writing. I know. Is she still offline here?
No, I think she's going to check
in Belshire. Who else? West, please come in.
November 4th.
Good. You throw me with the bad phonetics with the. How you doing, Don?
Hanging out like Aaron and Biscuit. A little under the weather today, but I'll be all right. Didn't do much today. Slept, napped for him, and had intentions of trying to make it to the breakfast. I just wasn't in the car today. I was just not feeling it. And I didn't do much today. I made a handful of contacts. Everything above 20 was dead. 15 was, and even 20 was a little on the shady side today too. 40 was pretty. And then that was kind of it. When I blinked and the day was over, I looked up at the clock and that's on. I got to go out.
Yeah, very good. Were you able to?
No, I wasn't. I don't think. I think it was breaking my squelch a little bit. But I just rolled in here about 3 minutes ago.
All right, let's give it. Bill, you still there? All right, were you able to hear Bill just on that transmission there, Don?
Yeah, he's like right at my noise level. That's one. That's two. But I know he's there, but I can't really make out what he's saying.
Oh, I'm not too surprised. He's got a good signal to get to you, so I'm not too shocked. I was going to ask you something else too. No, oh yeah, I was going to tell you that Dave and Carl made it to the breakfast this morning. They said, "Hey, when you start out your day saying, oh, showing up."
Yeah, we have a chat messenger. We're always on there goofing around, making it a threesome. But it was just, we're not happening today. Next time, I'll be there. I'll get there next time. I was a little bit better this morning than I would have made it, but yeah, it's all good. I got to hang out with the wife. We just kind of watched. I did get my packet stuff going, sort of functionally yet, but it's working. I can transmit. I can mess around with APRS. So that stuff is working. So I need to get all that. little frustrated with it, so I set it aside, went over to HF.
No, they were good. They had a good time, I think. You have to ask them about it to get an independent opinion. But they seemed to have a good time. Well, for the breakfast.
Slither off. I'm probably gonna go back to the sofa and lay down. The next part of the night, like sideband night on 2 meters, right? And then get my beauty sleep because God knows I need.
Yeah, I know it. I know I need it. Well, very good. That was Don, Whiskey 4, Delta, Juliet, Tango, and I'm sorry, November 4.
It is indeed November.
Yeah, well, November 4, Delta, Juliet, Tango. He's in Bon Aqua, and that's Don. Some of you should be able to hear Don. Hey, let me ask, ever hear Don over in Bon Aqua?
Yeah, I sure can.
Oh, excellent. Well, you can do the math on Don. Bon Aqua is a pretty. All righty, let's move on over to the west. Anybody else?
Hey, Paul. Yeah, I can hear him really good. He was like a F7 here.
Which one, Russ or Don?
Don.
Oh, yeah, you should be able to hear Don. Able to hear Russ at all?
Just a little bit. His audio was a little bit low.
Okay, well, you're being heard over there in Ashland City, Russell. Already better. Are you able to hear Rick over there in Ashland City at all?
Yeah, you're referring to the one that just talked to you? Good.
Oh, excellent. I bet you didn't hear him before.
No, I didn't. And then I went ahead and dropped my squelch all the way off.
Yeah, it's fun when you can hear a lot more stations. Well, very good. Who else we got west? Please come on.
Comment. Russell is 50 over here.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. Yeah, he's almost, I think it was 50 plus to me. Getting that 30 feet up in the air on that 300, that X300 really doing a job for him, I think. Forward on that. I think you heard that, didn't you, Russell?
Roger.
Yeah, I'm putting you on the spot again. All right, anybody?
Whiskey 4, Alpha, Whiskey Echo.
And I take it you're able to hear Russ. Very good. Do you remember copying Russ? You remember there in Belshire? I'm sorry, not Belshire, but Bellevue.
No, I don't recognize the call.
Before, so now you got new territory to cover over there in Bellevue, which is just there in southwest Nashville area.
This is Russ's location.
He is in Laverne.
I mean, I've got a great copy. That's a good trip.
Yeah, he's doing fine. I mean, he's got this up about 30 feet on a 100, and I suspected it would be a great improvement over what he had.
Yeah, indeed. The 300's really a fine end of commercial users that use it.
Yeah, I think a lot of them use it for repeaters, if I'm not mistaken.
It works really good. I think a 700 would be flapping against the side of a tower.
Right. Did he have to put a standoff on it just for the top?
You're correct.
I was gonna. Where you are?
I have nothing on Boxwell. I see it with the preamp on the band scope.
All righty. No. Like I said, he's only S9 to me, and I'm pretty.
And Boxwell is a really long haul from me out here in West Nashville.
Well, it's a long haul, and with being down.
They are a bit down the hole.
Yep. Well, very for you.
Oh, just fine. I had about a 48-hour marathon project and ended up sleeping.
We go to sleep tonight.
Well, that's fine. I mean, I'll just work.
What you mean? I know when we've done video editing here, you can sit here honestly, and I'm sure you're familiar with the drill. You get so wrapped, hours have gone by, and you don't even go, really?
Yeah, that's what happens. It's the same in recording studios. You haze and windowless, dark, interesting rooms.
I'll bet. Well, very good. That is Bellevue, right?
Yeah, Bellevue. Good
I know. When I said it, though, I felt like I was talking about the hospital up in New York, the psych hospital.
Oh, that is also Bellevue.
I came to mind instantaneously. It was the psych hospital, but that's not where you live in a psych hospital. You're in Bellevue, still a bit southwest of John, Whiskey 4 Alpha, Whiskey Echo, great signal, and no on Boxwell over to Bellevue. Who else? And we'll go to late check-ins. Please come now.
KN4LXH.
Hey, tonight there, Jimmy.
Well, I didn't copy the Boxwell station, so I got out my program called. I discovered my elevation is 533 feet, where this and the Boxwell the station is sort of down in a little bit of a hole, but not much. But the problem north and northeast, I've got a 600-foot hill, so that would be sort of hard to overcome.
Yes, it would. You're right. You're right. Then you probably will hear it.
Well, I might be able to. Just depends if they can find a gap in between the to the south and southwest. I'm pretty good, but then I hit more hills west. That's why I can't hear the guy in Bon Aqua.
That's why you're gonna have to move.
No.
I'm kidding. No, sometimes it surprises me when I've looked at the terrain from from two different locations to and from, and sometimes how did they overcome? There'll be somebody like at 500 feet, and they're overcoming a 600-foot hill or a ridge enough at his end and a good enough antenna. And I suspect that might change.
Well, if I do get the tower back up, that would make it 40 feet up in the air, the base of the antenna. See, 573 plus another 25 feet, so that's like almost 600 feet. And I might be able to get over the top of the hill.
Yeah, that's why I feel so fortunate with my elevation, because my home sits on the 600, starting off at a good side, and then I get attached it to the chimney, and then I get up another, which is 18 feet, then I go another 14 feet, and so I couldn't miss with my arrangement.
Yeah, the topo map shows that you're about 670.
Well, just as you might have heard me say that before, when I did that and I realized, I said, look at my elevation. Well, I should be doing a simplex because I can get out pretty good in all directions. Anyway, good to have you in there, Jimmy. I'm looking forward to get your tower up. That was Jimmy, Kilo November 4 Lima X-Ray Hotel, and he's here in Mount Juliet, up near the high school here in Mount Juliet, northeast. I guess it's northeast Mount Juliet. I'm not sure where the borders are up there. Anyway, anybody else late checking? Late check-ins, please come now.
Recheck.
Yeah, go ahead.
Paul, we've swapped rigs over here in the trailer. I just wanted to see if this one is stronger than the one before.
That Bill was on?
No, I'm on a different radio than what Bill was on.
Well, I'm in the same antenna then.
No.
No, you're a little stronger. You're pushing up over S9, and he was just bumping on S9.
Okay, this is a different in the trailers, but it's also a dual band, and we just tuned it to this frequency and thought I'd give it a shot. Carry on, thank you. I'll be back to net.
I'm presuming you heard all those signal reports on Boxwell.
We did.
Okay, very good. Yeah, given your elevation, but you did have a lot of people who could copy.
Comment.
Yeah, go ahead, Michael.
Richard, you're almost 30 over here. Copy, no problem. A little popcorny, but it's word readable out here.
Yo, Richard.
Yes, sir.
Copy that from Bon Aqua?
No, Kimbo.
Yes, S3. A little bit of noise, but it's full copy.
Copy that. Well, thank you for the information. That's
Yeah, I know it is. I just well, again, Don has an X700 on a tower, so he's going to do good, but lands from you,
yeah, buddy.
All right, no, it's good. I'm glad you did that, and whatever you're doing good. As good as anybody. The elevation and good antenna are kings. The two, that's the ace and the king of spades.
Thank you, Paul. Talk to you when I can. KI4SIB, back to you.
All right, Richard. That was KI4SIB with some. Please come on.
Comment?
Yeah, go ahead. Comment.
Rich is about the same as, I missed his name. About S3 with some noise, but I could hear all of it.
Ah, that's you didn't say.
Or QPR.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, you were able to hear him there in Laverne. Okay, that's great. That's great. Were you here?
Unfortunately, no.
Ah, you see. Which antenna are you using right now?
Those short dual band verticals that we're not sure if we got some antenna issues over here we're trying to round out. What?
All right. I'm telling you, you guys got to go out. Get your hands on an X500, man, or 510, or whatever that number is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just because, again, it's the same old issue, particularly for an emergency ops trailer. You want to have the best antenna you can get your hands on.
Oh, yeah, that's the key right there. Avoid it.
Yeah, I know. I'm just, you know me. At least you're not using it.
Antenna was kind of donated.
Okay, I got you. I'm gonna donate them to you. All right, well, very good. Anybody else with late check-ins? Lurkers, scanner listeners, SDR done. Let's see, what else am I missing? Oh, yeah, the preppers and the end time survivalists, and the flat earthers. Nothing. Well, very good. Procrastinators got to check in on a 2-meter net sometime tomorrow. Okay, so we're going to move over to the buy, sell, swap, and swindle net. Who we got? Anything have any? Wow. Does anybody have anything they'd like to? I've got a Radio Shack. I don't have the model in front of me, but it's one of the this microphones used. It's got a receiver that you plug into a PA system, and then it's got a microphone with a little battery pack. It's just make an offer and it's yours. It's still practically new in the box. It's Radio Shack. I'll send it out on the reflector for that. Probably a collector's item with Radio Shack practically going. Anybody else have anything they got to sell? All right. Anybody wants to buy something? Make a list. Are you looking for something you can't find? Anybody looking for a good time?
I missed your roll call.
Hey, check-ins. How you doing, Ray?
I'm sorry. I was going around and around.
All right, very good. How you doing? All right tonight, Ray? Keeping busy, I take it.
No. Just kind of finishing off the night. I forgot about you. I got busy. I had to take that time,
Yeah, no, believe me, I understand. But you know us, Ray. We got no rules, man. You don't have to check in. You can't. You can just sit and listen, not check in.
That's right.
Yeah, we don't have any Simplex. Even if I wanted to, I can't kick you off now, can I?
No, but never mind. I'm not gonna get into that. And that's
We take anybody, and well, I'm just hoping same circumstances, but no, we're no rules here. That's the best part about what we do here. It's just no. Well, we got the FCC rules, but other than that, we don't have.
Yep. I know that. Sometimes they break them rules, and that ain't right.
Oh no, there's a little bit of bending going on once in a while, but no, there's some people that don't care about rules, and those are far fortunately, and you know that probably as good as anybody.
Oh yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry. Go on.
For Hotel November Victor for Zoe and Cottontown, and that brings us up to 21, 22 check-in. No, 20 check-ins. Excuse me. That brings the total to 20. Keep my numbers straight here. Let's see, where was I? Buy, sell. Ray, you're gonna have to make a list of stuff you got and so give it to me. email or a text, and we'll get some of that stuff sold if you want to.
Anytime.
All righty. We just need to do way to come out there and inventory it or something.
Care what you do.
Oh, you'll care if I come out. We'll attack it. You've got a bunch of stuff I know you'd like to unload for, just to get it off your hands and in the good hands. All right. Swab and swindle. We're moving over the 144.240 upper sideband right about now, unless you'll see me on the YouTube thing interchanging the frequency. So I'm moving over there. This is Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey with the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net on 144.24. And take check-ins from the south. Please come now. Nothing from the south. K4PEW. From the east, please come now. All right, we got Frank in there. You sound good, Frank. Special. Any different antenna or the same antenna you had?
It's just a little J-pole, and I'm literally down in a ground.
Ah, very good. No, you still got that. You got that beer hall echo going on there in the background. No, I understand. No big deal. Who else? East, please come on.
Kilo Echo 4 Delta Echo.
Very good. Got Earl in there. Kilo Echo 4 Delta Echo Zulu. Who else? East. All right. I'm EWI West. And who else we got east? Anybody else east of Mount Juliet? North of Mount Juliet, please come on. Anybody north of Mount Juliet? K4 Simplex Radio. I'm not copying this show. Is anybody?
KM4 YRF.
Excellent signal there, Mike. Sound real good. Strong, probably the strongest signal or close to it on the band tonight. Who else west?
November 4 Delta Juliet Tango.
Good. We got Don over there in Bon Aqua. Anybody else west?
Whiskey 4 Alpha. Kilo 4 Alpha.
Ah, very good, Alan. That's Kilo 4 Alpha Lima. And you're still transmitting from Hermitage, correct, on that antenna?
That's right.
Sure. You didn't have any changes. Yours is the only complex station we got going with a remote operation. But no, I'm glad with a good signal. Of course, you should be from Hermitage. You're not that far from me. Maybe, what is it, 8 miles or something. All right, who else? Place late check-ins anywhere on the 144.24.
KN4 LXH.
Ah, you sound good there tonight. There, same antenna, correct?
Roger, Roger. I did hear the guy from Bon Aqua check in though on the upper side down here.
I keyed when I shouldn't have been keying here.
No, I did not hear him on.
Ah, very good. You can see how upper sideband, while it doesn't have the best audio, it's got a good signal coming through, doesn't it?
Yeah, I could.
Other options if we have to communicate that way. Very good, Jimmy. Anybody else? All righty, nothing heard. Let me go through it. We'll start at the bottom. We had Kilo November 4 Lima here in Mount Juliet. Kilo 4 Alpha Lima with his remote station, which happens to be in Hermitage, but he's down in Alexandria at Bellevue Hospital. And we had November 4 Delta in Bon Aqua. Good signal for Don out there. Michael had an awesome signal of KM4 YRF. It's Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo. Man, this is like 2 weeks we haven't heard from her. And West, I forgot. I can't even remember. TWI, that's what it is. Tango Whiskey Indy had a brain freeze. And Kilo Echo 4 Delta Echo Zulu, and that was Earl down there in Noreen, east of the Cedars, Lebanon, and Kilo in at the Voxwell station in his echo chamber, and me, Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey, and that's a grand. Sounds like 10. I think that's tied a previous record. I think I'll look at that again. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's 9. Yep. My hearing. Well, very good. Good to hear everybody on the air. You're welcome to stick around. I'm going to go run a couple of short errands here in the house, and I'll be back either here or a good night. And again, the totals there were 18, 20 on 2 meters and 9.
Yeah, I can just hear you, Wes. What's your 6-letter grid score?